Welcome, everyone, to my little church, my little corner of the universe, which I call the Church of Ultimate Happiness. And I intend, again, simply to uphold our doctrine of achieving the highest and most fulfilling life, full of happiness and joy. And that will be our only creed, our only doctrine in our little church. And so welcome. And as I said, I decided that, well, certainly meditation is an essential tool by which you can start to change your life, change the elements of your life that you don't like into those that you do, to bring peace and harmony into your inner being, as well as health and vitality to your outer being, to your body. Last episode, and you can check my episodes, there have been 3, I think. I'm not sure, there might be more. I think there were 3. The last episode concerned, again, meditation, but we went over the life-enhancing benefits of contemplative meditation and intentional living. This week, or this episode, because I do more than one a week now, I'd like to get into the heart of it, into the flesh of it now. And so this is about how to meditate for personal fulfillment and spiritual growth. And this is about the procedure. And we start. Steady flowing of attention to the field of unmodified existence being is the purest, most direct form of meditation. So, yes, you can meditate on anything, meaning you draw your attention, consistent attention onto anything, and you're meditating. You can meditate on a light source like a candle, on your breath, on your breathing, on the breathing process. You can meditate on a symbol, a mantra, a sound, a object. You can meditate on anything that brings your attention to a single point. But he's saying that unmodified existence being is the purest, most direct form of meditation. And that's the truth. So you living, your living being, that being the focus of your meditation, is the purest form of meditation and should be strived after. Behind our thoughts and emotions, this field, the being field, exists as self-complete wholeness. He's saying that your being is already whole. It doesn't need to be fixed. It simply needs to be found. Any preliminary procedure that enables us to remove awareness from distractions and awaken to transcendental realities is a useful meditative practice. Again, any preliminary procedure that enables us to remove awareness from distraction and awaken to transcendental realities is a useful meditative practice. So yes, it's the distractions of the mind that are the challenge in meditation, because our mind wanders all day. It is used to perusing an entire stream of thought, and it's always in motion. And so to tame it, to master it, and to make it your attention, that is, to make your attention be singular and to make you the subject of that attention is what is challenging. And so let's proceed. The ideal procedure is one which enables the meditator to accomplish the purpose of practice efficiently and quickly. So it's not an arduous process we're after. We are, in fact, after efficiency and swiftness in achieving our aim. So that's good news. You don't have to look forward to years of trying to learn how to meditate. The aim of the procedure is to clear the mental field of the transformations and changes which ordinarily persist during states of consciousness other than when the most refined states of superconsciousness prevail. He's talking about ordinary consciousness, and that this is the field of consciousness that needs transformation, that is constantly in flux. And so that's the aim of meditation, is to release you from mental distractions. And often those distractions are negative in nature. And consequently, that leads to, it can lead to depression and or confusion, or at least stress, mental stress. And which is why meditation is so healing and medicinal for stress. But as I say, it has higher purposes than simply to relieve you of your stress, which it does so rather well. The only prerequisites for practicing meditation are sincere interest, sufficient intelligence to understand the procedure, and you can be the judge of your own intelligence and whether you can understand the procedure. It's not that complex, really. And the ability to follow recommended guidelines, of course, and the willingness to practice. And that ties in with your sincerity. If you're sincerely interested in finding out how meditation can be used to achieve high levels of health and happiness, then that sincerity will naturally lead to willing practice. The procedure can be learned in less than an hour, ultimately. Once you grasp it, it's the grasping of it that takes a while. Acquiring proficiency will require as much time as necessary for the purpose of practice to be accomplished. Progress will be slow, moderate, or rapid, depending on one's intention, participation, and transformational changes, which have to occur to allow innate knowledge and awareness to unfold or to be self-revealed. Let's repeat that. So your progress in learning meditation or becoming efficient in meditation will be either slow, moderate, or rapid, depending on, again, your intention, your participation, how much of you is there in participating, and the transformational changes which have to occur to allow innate knowledge and awareness to unfold or to be self-revealed. In other words, the various experiences that you have during meditation have a certain evolution. And though that evolution has to be actually first experienced, absorbed, and understood. Well, the important matter is to learn how to proceed. And then begin. So it's, once you begin, you're halfway there. So nothing useful will be accomplished without purposeful endeavor. It's the same in anything. If you aren't purposeful in whatever it is you're doing, well, it's going to take you so much longer to actually accomplish what it is that you intend to do. So you have to be very purposeful when you meditate, not just to sit and simply be. You sit and you watch yourself be. There's a big difference in that. You have to pay attention. And again, it's your attention and the harnessing of your attention that is so difficult in the beginning. Less so for some, more so for others. There's only one way to enlightenment, to total, conscious realization of our real nature, of God and the universal processes. And this is to awaken from simple consciousness to self-consciousness, then to super-consciousness, then to cosmic consciousness. And then to God consciousness. And finally, to transcendental consciousness. So that's evolving in your meditation from self-consciousness to super-consciousness to cosmic consciousness to God consciousness to transcendental consciousness. These are various stages along the way, different levels of experiencing of yourself in these various levels. Procedures used to enable us to live in harmony with natural forces and to make ourselves responsive to spiritual growth impulses are universally applicable. They are basic and suitable for all people, regardless of who they are or what their outer circumstances might be. It is recommended that one who is sincerely interested in spiritual growth make an honest effort to live a self-responsible, moral, healthy life, as this will ensure harmony with the environment. It will contribute to psychological and physical wellness. Living a moral life can contribute to your physical wellness and provide a firm foundation for spiritual growth. In fact, it's true. Buddha demanded much of his disciples without coming in to Buddha with already a strong moral backing, moral history, moral understanding. He would not be concerned with you because he didn't think that you were serious enough about growing spiritually. To be serious about it, you have to already understand that these fundamental things in life must be taken care of. For this reason, all Enlightenment traditions have guidelines. Of course they do. They need to. You cannot be undisciplined and expect to achieve anything in your meditation. It won't happen. You'll get bored. You'll get sleepy. You'll give up. So for this reason, all Enlightenment traditions have guidelines, yes. While they may be described in different ways, the emphasis is essentially the same. Yes, that's true. No matter what the religion is, essentially it's the same. Whatever meditation method you choose to adopt, essentially it's the same. It has to be. Because where are we going with this? It's the understanding of the self. That's the ultimate aim. Understanding of the self and all that is. So that's not different in any religion. One who is intentional one who is intentional on the spiritual growth path is advised to be compassionate and harmless in relationships, truthful and honest, wise in the use of vital powers, responsible in actions, and successful in endeavors while avoiding egocentric attitudes and attachments to persons, things, circumstances, or the results of personal action. These are the behaviors to actualize in regard to relationships to ensure harmony with the natural order and to maintain inner peace. I really feel that this is so extraordinarily important to what we try to achieve here in the Ultimate Happiness Church. That is, for spiritual growth to take place, be advised to be compassionate, harmless in your relationships. If you're not, you can't cultivate enough peace within yourself to calmly go within and be the observer, the witness, the quiet one, watching. If you're distracted by your inability to create a life in which there's no friction, where there's ease of being, then you can cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and the whole nature of reality and your part in it. So the internal disciplines include purity of attitude. Stop being cynical. Stop being negative about what you can and cannot do. Start believing in yourself and in the miracles that you can ultimately create in your own life. Believe in all that. So the internal disciplines include purity of attitude and intention, contentment in all circumstances, good or bad, necessary self-analysis, and attitudinal and behavioral changes which can contribute to psychological transformations, to rid one of all conflicts and mental and emotional restrictions, to the actualization of soul awareness. profound study of the natural sciences in order to live in right relationship with the world and function successfully in it. And metaphysical principles to acquire understanding of the nature of consciousness, God, soul, and spiritual growth processes, and to trust in and surrender to evolutionary processes and God's grace. These guidelines are emphasized in the major religions of the world and philosophical writings of many cultures. Absolutely. Absolutely. Their God's heads may have different names, but these are the principles on which most successful religions are based on. Now, procedure. The procedure starts. There are 6 stages through which we unfold during meditation practice, which may be experienced sequentially or may be moved through almost instantaneously. Settled meditation postures, harmonizing of the body's life forces, internalization of attention, concentration, pure meditation, and the peak experience or realization. To facilitate meditation practice, these stages should be understood, and knowledge of how to move through them should be acquired and applied. So this is the heart of it. And this is what you need to know to proceed. The first stage is settled meditation posture. Oh, by the way, someone asked me, they asked in an email if they're ill now, is it too late for them to start practicing meditation? And it's never too late. It's just that it's difficult with illness to meditate because you're distracted by your pain. But it's not impossible, again. It's just about how much time it may take. The ideal posture for meditation practice is an upright, seated position, which is comfortable and relaxed and allows contemplation to proceed without physical distractions. So therefore, one may sit on a chair or wherever convenient. A seated, cross-legged posture is suitable, if comfortable. When first sitting, be alert with attention flowing into the area between the eyebrows and the higher brain, right in here. So sitting, you can use a chair. As I say, you can put some pillows like this behind you and support yourself. You can cross your legs right above the ankle and try to keep the spine, again, straight up and down. You can lay your hands gently on your knees and just leave them there. Now, there are some gurus who practiced yoga. I teach yoga. So for me, it's easy. And I do a locked, or I do a lotus position. Locked would be with your arms behind you. But this allows me to really hold my spine up straight. But it's very difficult for those who have knee problems. So I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. But I prefer it when I'm meditating. And you just simply need to find what's most suitable for you. Even if you have something behind you supporting you that's comfortable, that's fine. Just sit up, because we don't want you to fall asleep, which is what may happen sometimes when you begin. So, the second procedure, harmonizing of the body's life forces. If devotional ardor is impelling and inward flowing of attention occurs immediately, the body's vital forces will be regulated naturally. Relaxation will become deeper, and meditation will proceed smoothly. If this does not immediately occur, a technique can be used to harmonize life forces and elicit physical relaxation and mental calm. 3, the internalization of attention. When attention is withdrawn from environmental and physical circumstances and turned back to the higher brain centers, internalization occurs, allowing concentration and contemplation to be easily experienced. Mental transformation and mood swings will be quieted and transcended as meditation progresses. So you see, when meditation is withdrawn from environmental and physical circumstances and turned back to the higher brain centers, internalization occurs, allowing concentration and contemplation to be easily experienced. So you begin with this area of the body. It's interesting, though, that when we feel ourselves as where we are in our bodies, we do tend to feel that we're right about here, that who we are as an identity, as an I, capital I, as our I, looking out. Well, we wouldn't identify ourselves in our arms or in our shoulders or in our knees, but we would definitely feel as if our beingness is projecting out from this area right here. That's where our I is, capital I. We reside right about in here. So by focusing your attention here, you're directing your attention on yourself, on your basic identity in your body, where it feels as if it lives. So, steady concentration. 4. Concentration is steady when attention flows without interruption to the focus of contemplation, where there is no distraction, where you easily can keep your attention directly on a single subject, and that subject being yourself. 5. Pure meditation. When concentration flows effortlessly to the focus of contemplation, pure meditation is experienced. All that occurs prior to this is preliminary and preparatory. Now meditation is being perfectly experienced, and results will spontaneously follow. So that's the point at which you then feel the various benefits of meditation begin. But you have to bring your mind to that steady attention to a single object of focus. And remember, the highest focus of attention is your own beingness, untarnished beingness. Number 6, the peak experience. Upon awakening to the clearest level of awareness possible during the meditation episode, the peak experience for that session, remain in it for as long as it is comfortable and compelling. This is a stage during which highest benefits are actualized. Deep relaxation and mental calm will influence mind and body in constructive ways, while being surrendered to the experience. Be open to the possibility of spontaneous unfoldments, which can occur, but do not strain to cause anything to happen. Don't force. Witness. Always be the observer with intention. In other words, keep your focus steady, and then allow the experiences to come to you, and they will. If you experience spontaneous meditation when you turn your attention to the process, you need not use meditation techniques except for special occasions when meditation does not occur easily. There are people who naturally meditate, who can naturally experience the various levels of beingness without making it a meditative task. I, as a child, fell into meditation spontaneously and naturally most of the time. I was by nature meditative. It comes easier for me than for others. I would think that perhaps I might have even brought some karmic talent for it in, I hope. If you have a religious orientation, prayer can be a direct approach to meditation practice. You see, he's not drawing a distinction between meditation and prayer, which there need not be. For this, simply and sincerely pray to God. Pray for spiritual awakening, for realization of yourself as a spiritual being. That's ultimately what it's about. To know, not to have faith, not to believe, but absolutely know that you are a spiritual being. That's the point. Church of Happiness had a technical glitch. So let's return to what we were saying. So he's saying that if you have a religious orientation, then prayer is can be the direct approach to meditation practice. Absolutely. When one prays, it's fundamentally what you're doing is you're meditating. For this reason, simply and sincerely praying to God, pray for spiritual awakening, for realization of yourself as a spiritual being, for knowledge and for experience of God. Pray, then be still and let meditation unfold. Don't pray and ask for things. Not like that. Pray and connect. Like that. I mean, ask for things, ask for material things. Don't ask for those. You can certainly ask for greater spiritual understanding of yourself. Definitely. However you approach to meditation, have no anxiety about the outcome. Don't worry. Don't judge. Just enjoy. Anxiety causes stress, which interferes with the meditation process. Use any preliminary process you find helpful to internalize your attention. Then let the results happen naturally. Let go of your ego. Your sense of individual selfhood. Let it dissolve. Don't carry your ego demands into the meditation process. In other words, don't tell yourself you're going to be the best meditator in the whole world, better than anyone. Don't make it a competition. Don't be egoistic about it. Be private, totally private about it. If you do, that is, if you do carry your ego into it, you may be inclined to try to force results. Obviously, yes. You may create an altered mental state, which may be falsely assumed to be a superconscious state, or indulge in feelings or moods to create a condition of artificial happiness. I've seen it hundreds of times in hundreds of meditation centers. where people are pretending to be good meditators, to show off their spiritual accomplishments. But they actually are only fooling themselves. There's nobody else they're punishing by all that kind of behavior. Silliness. For soul awareness to be authentic, it must be allowed to unfold naturally. Any created mental or emotional state is not true spiritual awareness. It is only a condition produced by personal endeavor or imagination. And imagination, this is a huge component in the delusion, and then many of the delusions that come with meditation and meditation practices. You start imagining creatures meeting various deities and all the cultural icons that you've been raised with that are deeply seated in your mind, and that can, through boredom, sometimes when you're meditating, boredom, because again, the object of your meditation is simply you. You can become bored easily if you aren't interested in who you are, really. Then you become interested in the phantoms of your imagination. And you get carried away with speaking to, I've seen it in mediums as well. A lot of mediums have great telepathic powers, and so they're mix those in with their imaginative powers, and before you know it, they're speaking with Cleopatra or I don't know, Christ, Buddha, like that. So, whether using prayer or any other technique as your approach to meditation, use the technique to remove attention and awareness from physical and mental processes. Then renounce personal effort and contemplate higher possibilities with an attitude of gentle anticipation and watchfulness. That's beautifully said. Gentle anticipation, not fervid anticipation. A gentle waiting and watching is what I say. Allow unfoldments to occur naturally and spontaneously. Another practice to be used when you first sit or whenever you need to collect your thoughts and center yourself is that of watching the natural flow of breathing. For this, be still and let the body breathe. Experience the actions of breathing while observing the process. Doing this can elicit relaxation as well as easily remove your attention from the involvement with outer conditions and mental and emotional states. When you are somewhat calm and centered, proceed with meditation. So I'm going to stop there, and I'm just going to let you think about, again, what we've done today, what we've said, the ideas that we've explored. So watch this more than once if you need, and let all this sink deep inside of you. Then what I would recommend you do is, again, find yourself a quiet space like my Church of Ultimate Happiness. Find a comfortable place to sit. Practice sitting up straight with your eyes closed. Watch your breathing without interfering. You'll notice your breath, its rhythm changing as you observe it, and you'll notice your whole body begin to relax. This is the first step, and I'd like you to take that step after this video is done. And I might recommend that you perhaps listen to it more than once again, so that the ideas are really assimilated. So then we'll proceed from here in our next episode. And I want to say welcome to all my new viewers. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for those who sent me emails. I'd love to answer them whenever I can. And thank you for tuning into our main show with Ava and Trudy, where we help you chart out more or less your particular destiny as was assigned to your astrological sign at Virtual Tarot. So thank you very much, and namaste.